What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be showing you guys my trip to Jacksonville, Florida, where I attempted the impossible kick, as well as attended the Georgia versus Florida football game. A little while back, the US Army reached out to my marketing team and asked if I would participate in a video attempting the impossible kick. They had recorded a similar video previously with Grant Hill, who's a former NBA basketball player, where he tried the impossible basketball shot, making a shot on a 40-foot hoop. In this video, I was to attempt an impossible kick, trying to make a field goal through 40-foot high goalposts, as well as only being 2-yard wide uprights. This wasn't the first time that I had interactions with the US Army. When I was a senior in high school, I played in the US Army All-American game in January of 2015, which is where I got this sweet jersey from. So when they reached out to me with this opportunity, I was more than happy to oblige. So without further ado, here's my trip.
We are all packed up and ready to head to the airport. So I just parked here at the Birmingham airport. We are heading from Birmingham to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to Jacksonville. So we just landed in Atlanta and now we're gonna go check out the Sky Lounge because we've got a little bit of a layover until we head to Jacksonville.
I was super lucky to be flying out of gate A17, which just so happened to be right next to the Delta Sky Club. And this Sky Club in Terminal A is one of the biggest in the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. It has a huge buffet line, so I had plenty of options to choose from. For my first course, I had the pulled chicken in truffle sauce, as well as some broccoli, some poblano pepper white cheddar soup, and made my own salad. And when I went back for seconds, I got the potatoes au gratin, tomato basil soup, and some chocolate chip cookies.
So we just landed in Jacksonville. We've got a car service waiting for us to take us to the hotel where we'll be staying.
The hotel was over a half hour from the airport, so I had plenty of time to get to know my car service driver, whose name was Butch, and was actually a UGA grad himself.
So we made it to the hotel. Let's go check out our room.
And here is my hotel room. When you first walk in, off to the left, we've got the bathroom. As you can see, there I am, what's up? And as we head back out, we had a 2-bedroom because my brother Mickey was gonna be staying with me tomorrow night. And right off the balcony, we have a view of the ocean. Can't ask for much better than that.
So my marketing rep from Octagon texted me and said that she is now in town as well. She's gonna be overseeing all of the events that'll be going on tomorrow. She let me know that she's in town and that she's got a place for us to go eat dinner. So I'm about to head out and we're gonna go check out the Flying Iguana for dinner.
The Flying Iguana was right across the street from our hotel, and it was incredible. The empanadas we split, as well as these pair of tacos, was the perfect way to end the night.
So I'm back from dinner, gonna get ready for bed. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow, but it should be fun.
And as you can see, my Saturday started quite early.
So I have arrived at the stadium and I'm going to be trying to make a field goal on those uprights today. Wish me luck.
And while that previous shot may not have been a great depiction of how high up the uprights were, maybe this shot will give you a little bit better idea. At first, they wanted me to kick off of this carpet that they had taped down to what was essentially a black basketball court. I didn't feel safe kicking on that, so while we were going over the script, we ended up moving the kicks to be kicked off the grass instead. And after reviewing the script, it was time to get mic'd up and get to work. The message of the video was to show that when we do something alone, we're incapable of performing the objective. But when you have the power of a great team behind you, like that of the US Army, then anything becomes possible. So after we miss the mark on our own, they wheel in these giant cannons to get the job done. And I was joined in this video by Kai Forbath, who kicked in the NFL from 2011 to 2020. When we wrapped shooting, I decided to go back and try the impossible kick a few more times, only now from a little bit further away, as I knew from using a TrackMan during summer training that I could get my ball high enough to clear the posts. And after about half a dozen incredibly close misses, I finally put it all together and made the impossible kick. By this time, plenty of fans had gathered around to watch, and they were not left disappointed. With the shoot out of the way, it was time to relax and get ready for the game.
So we're all wrapped up with the U.S. Army event and filming and all that stuff, and we came back to the hotel so I can shower, change, put on some new clothes, and then we're gonna head back to the stadium and do some tailgating before the game. So, outfit for the game, we got Georgia socks from Rock'em Socks, thanks so much. Back-to-back shirt, obviously, and then national championship hat, ready to go.
And here is Bella, who's the mascot for the hotel that we were staying at. The tailgate was awesome. It had great food and great people to pass the time as we geared up for the game. By this time, my brother Mickey had made the drive over from Tallahassee, so he was able to enjoy the tailgate as well. After the tailgate, it was time to head into the stadium. It's a good thing we left the tailgate when we did, because trying to get through the gate and through the club level mezzanine area to the stands was a madhouse. It was great to see all the dog fans showing up to support the team. The U.S. Army and CBS hooked us up with awesome seats for the game, being about 10 rows back from the field on the Georgia sidelines. At halftime, we went back to the mezzanine to get out of the sun and to find some food. The steak sandwiches were perfect to hold us over until after the game. They also aired the final cut of the video at halftime, so here you go.
We're here at the U.S. Army Impossible Kick Challenge, and I am joined by Rodrigo Blankenship. We've got Kai Forbath here. Now, these two have made some pretty high-pressured kicks in their career. How does this one compare?
This might be the biggest kick of my career. 20 yards is normally a chip shot, but not when the goalposts are 40 feet in the air. Seems impossible. Laces out there, bud. Ooh. Ah!
Caleb, you were in the NFL and the Army.
Yeah.
Is this kick impossible?
Truth is, with a good team behind you, there's no obstacles that you can't overcome. And that's good news for these guys because they're clearly going to need all the help they can get. So I think we should try this again, but we need to try it the Army way.
Oh, let's go, let's go. Oh! Yes! Let's go! Oh, yeah!
Congratulations, you defied the odds today. What was the key to victory?
Relying on different people with different skills and different backgrounds.
No great heights or ever cheat alone.
There you have it, the U.S. Army proving once again they can make the impossible very possible.
Voila, the finished product. By the end of the game, I was very happy, as the dogs won big time. Leaving the stadium was an exodus of dog fans, as pretty much all of the Gator fans had already left. On the way back from the game, my brother and I stopped at Poe's Tavern to get dinner, which was also super close to our hotel. And nearly every square foot of this restaurant was covered in Edgar Allan Poe artwork, quotes, and other decor. It was pretty perfect for spooky season. I ended up having the Edgar's nachos, and they were the perfect way to end my day in Jacksonville.
Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday. It is travel day. We'll be heading back to Birmingham today. But first, I'm going to get some breakfast, and then we'll just kind of be hanging out until it's time to head to the airport and get ready to go back to Alabama. We're going to be checking out Island Donuts for breakfast this morning.
And I ordered a couple of their specialty donuts and one of their breakfast croissants.
Just got done eating breakfast. It was awesome. Everything was super tasty. So great start to the morning. And now I'm going to head back to the hotel, pack, and then just kind of chill. We've got a car service that'll be picking us up around 12 to take us to the airport, and we fly out at 3 o'clock.
Since the hotel that I was staying at was right on the beach, I figured I had to take this time to step out into the sands and enjoy the ocean for a few minutes. So we're all packed up and ready to go. My driver just texted me and said he's here, so it's time to head to the airport. And while the driver that took me back to the airport was not Butch, he was also a big dog fan, so you love to see that. I was dropped off at the airport pretty early, so I had a little time to kill, which means there was only one thing left to do: head to the Delta Sky Club. My lunch before taking off included some jambalaya over rice, mini sandwiches, and some potato soup. And after my pit stop, we headed to Atlanta. Atlanta is the airport that I grew up with, so I know it pretty well. And when I saw on my boarding pass that I needed to head to a new terminal, I knew that could only mean one thing: the plane train. The plane train is the GOAT. If you know, you know. And this time it was taking me from Terminal A to Terminal D for the last leg of my flight to take me back to Birmingham. But since I had a pretty long layover and it was getting to be dinner time, that meant one more visit to the Sky Lounge. For whatever reason, on my flights down to Jacksonville, I was seated in main cabin, but then on my flights back, I was in first class. And on this last flight, I was seated in the front row, which means I was the first one off. And that was lovely.
So we have landed back in Birmingham. Just need to go back to the car and we can finally head home. And just like that, we are home at last. I had a great time filming with the U.S. Army and CBS Sports, and I got to take home a few souvenirs as well. So we've got some sweet sunglasses. We also got a new U.S. Army hat, as well as the jersey, which we used for filming the video. If you like this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and head down to the comments to let me know what videos you want to see next. Thank you guys so much for checking out my trip down to Jacksonville. Make sure you're subscribed so you're always locked in for future videos. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.